So, I sat down and realized I have never dropped such kind of a video. I love travel videos. I watch other YouTubers do travel videos, and personally, I don't know how to feel about them. I love watching them, but I never thought I could be the one doing them. But this one time, planned to travel down to my rural area, and I said it would be so awesome to come with you guys on this particular road trip, to bring you guys along. And here it is. And now we are here at the Ena Coach Bus Park. It's somewhere in Nairobi. Now this is one of the biggest or leading bus service providers in Kenya. And it's my first time using Ena Coach. Usually I use other bus services, but this time around we are doing Ena Coach. And I'll bring you along to just give you the experience of using this bus, how it felt like, and also hopefully along the way you guys get to enjoy the sceneries along the way, which I'm kind of accustomed to, but every other time I go on this road trip I find something new and I get excited. So guys, come along. My name is Lola Chila, a YouTuber from Nairobi, Kenya, and let's do this. Miona. Now we've already begun our trip, so just to give you some information is that I booked this bus online, and the booking was for 8 a.m. The bus was to leave at 8 a.m. in the morning, but funny thing is we left 1.5 hours late. 1.5 hours late. I didn't understand why. We weren't given any excuse. There were no apologies, nothing. So it's like we just had to go with the flow, whether we liked it or not. So when our bus was called out, we all stood up. For those of us who were going with that particular one, and we entered and we just left. But anyway, let me just say, but this is the start of my journey. We are still right here in Nairobi, the downtown part of Nairobi. As you can see, it's quite busy. It has several markets, this area, and now we are on the main highway, and this is the highway that we are gonna lead with all the way until the end of my journey. So hopefully you guys get to enjoy along the way. I'll be updating you, and in other places I'll just be letting you enjoy the scenery. Currently we are in an area called Westlands. I've done a video about Westlands before. So Westlands is still in Nairobi, and we are snaking our way through Nairobi until we get to the outskirts, and that's where particularly I always feel our journey has begun. I was lucky enough to book a seat that's next to the driver, so I'm literally just, lucky enough to be able to enjoy all this as I continue the journey with you guys. One thing you have to notice with Coach, I was pretty much very impressed. Truthfully, I have not done this long distance journey in a while, and I mean like years, but even with Coach having come about around that period, I was MIA in traveling. I can tell you, I was pretty impressed because immediately I took my seat. I was updated about everything. I was given a Wi-Fi password. I was given water, and the seats were pretty comfortable. And considering I had Wi-Fi, there's some videos I had already uploaded, by the way. Along the way, I was doing videos and uploading especially shorts, and it was really, really interesting. So guys, as we snake our way through Nairobi, as you can see, this is an area called Kangemi. It's a slum. It's also just in Nairobi. This is their main market as we continue to go along. One thing I can tell you is that I'm pretty much already enjoying this particular journey, considering the reception that I've had from Coach. I am not really paid to advertise them. Other people have their own experiences with this particular bus service, but for me, trying it for the first time, I think I was impressed. I was happy, except for the late timing of the beginning of the journey. Along the way, I got into it and I became very comfortable. Now, for the amount that I got to pay for the journey, that is the fare, I paid around $10 for the 8-hour trip, and it's pretty standard. This is very standard amount because I traveled around the low peak season, but during the high peak season, when there are a lot of people taking these trips, I can tell you that it can go up to $20. And so we try to plan our trips. Most of us who use this particular route, we try to plan our trips around this time. So something I have not mentioned, The driver just told me that we are going to be using the Nairobi, Kapsabet to Bungoma route. So there are several routes to use, but the common ones for me that I've used are the Nairobi, Eldoret to Bungoma. But now I'm going to be using the Nairobi, Kapsabet, which I'm really excited about. Here it's beautiful along the way. So we are going to use the Nairobi, Kapsabet to Bungoma route along the way. Once you step outside of Nairobi, you'll realize that a big chunk of Kenya is rural. Yeah, the spaces that we'll be meeting are littered with semi-permanent houses, a few of developments here and there, but a large chunk of it is a lot of green. And the roads are really good. As you can see, they've been improving as the years go by. There was a time there was a lot of infrastructure development going on, and you would be on such a long journey and you'd have to be stuck in traffic for hours because maybe a section of a route was being constructed. But now, as of the past few years, a lot of those developments have been completed, and as you can see, the route is pretty much very smooth, and it really adds to the landscape of the rural life. You can see greenery on the side, you can see the beauty of the journey, and you can see the road in the middle. It's what really gives it everything. So we've just passed a place called Kijabe, and we are slowly approaching a tourist site called the Rift Valley Escarpment. It's pretty popular along this route. There are seasons when you pass by, you'll find a lot of tourists just gathered in this spot to check out the landscape. And for those of you who don't know much about it, maybe you can Google the Rift Valley. There it is. There are several stalls, kiosks selling cultural and traditional wear, and just, you know, things that you can decorate your house with and all that. So this is a tourist, the Rift Valley Escarpment, as you can see, and it's always been popular, you know, from when we were in school. School buses would come here, would bring children to just study about the formation of the Rift Valley. So there we go. This is a pretty popular stopover too. Like any African safari, a lot of you realize there'll be these people alongside the road, vendors trying to sell you something, and here you get to find the freshest roasted maize, and so they were trying to make me buy that. Hopefully you got to enjoy the sceneries along this particular road trip. So I'm gonna make this a 3-part series. I'm crossing my fingers that I'll make it that, because I really did record the journey for you guys from beginning to the end, and I want you to feast your eyes on everything that you see along the way. But anyway, this is just part 1 that I just dropped, and hopefully along the way I'll be dropping the rest consecutively. I'll be letting you know on the posts exactly when I'll be dropping the rest. So in the meantime, just finish enjoying the video, and don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. Well, let me know if you have any questions. Kindly go ahead and ask right there down at the comment section. So far, bye bye.